Welcome all of you. Today I am going to explain uh, the straight turning operation on the CNC simulator. In manual, this is exercise 2 and the objective of the second exercise is to write a program to obtain a turning cycle in the CNC lathe. In turning operation, basically we are removing the material from the outer surface of the circular workpiece. Okay, this operation is basically reducing the diameter of the workpiece so that we can get a smooth and a straight surface on the workpiece. So presently the raw material size is 25 mm diameter and 70 mm length. Okay, 70 mm length and the raw material size is 25 mm diameter. Now we have to reduce up to 20 mm diameter. Now the tool what we are used here is the same external turning right hand tool we are used. That designation for this tool is T0101 and we use the software in the FANUC language. Now this is our CNC Part Program. Okay, this is the name of the program O0002. Now this is the G21. G21 is the code which used to tell the machine that all the data is basically input in metric units. Okay, and G98 is basically given for feet per minute, and G28 is basically uh, putting the machine or returning the machine if the machine is any other location. Then the machine go back to its reference position U0, W0. That is X0 and Z0. Now M06 is basically the code M06 used for changing the tool. If there is any tool is activated other than this, then the tool is changed to the T0101. Now M03 is for spindle rotation in the clockwise direction, and S1000 is basically rotates the spindle at 1000 rpm. G00 is basically for positioning the tool near the workpiece. Okay, so our tool we have to put near the workpiece at the position where X is 25 mm diameter. So it is 25 mm diameter on the surface of the workpiece, and where Z is 1. Okay. Now after that we have to use a turning cycle. Okay. G00 code is basically used for turning cycle. Okay. In this turning cycle, the start position for the turning operation is where X24 and Z minus 45. So up to the length of 45 mm we have to turn the workpiece. So each time the tool will go to the Z minus 45. Okay, and the feed we have to set is 50 mm per minute. Okay, then one cycle is finished, Then the machine goes to second cycle where the diameter is reduced by 1 mm. Again in third cycle the diameter is reduced by 1 mm. It will go to X22. So we are going to use how many number of cycle? We are going to use 5 number of cycle to reduce X20 sorry. Okay, because in each cycle of the turning we are using 1 mm of depth of cut, sorry, 0.5 mm of depth of cut. Now after that G28 is used to put the machine in the reference position after finishing the, again we have to write it here to stop the spindle, that is M N05 is required to stop the spindle. Then the machine will go, sorry, it is already there. So the spindle stopped, then program end. So this is the full programming for the straight turning of the workpiece. Okay, this is the straight turning operation of the workpiece. Now we will go to the CNC simulator. Now first thing that we have to do, we have to, already I loaded the program here. So presently I already loaded the program on the machine. So if you want to load the program, you have to open the files and change the file type to CNC, then select this file and then open it. So the, okay, now if you want to check which program is active, you can check it from here also. Okay, now after that first we have to set our workpiece stock size. We have to give, okay, we have to give 25 mm diameter and 70 mm length according to our program. Now make it okay. So now our tool is, our workpiece is, sorry, it is changed. It is 25 mm diameter and 70 mm length. Now after that we have to mount our tool. Then we have to use external turning right hand tool because our turret is in the front position. Okay, so I will use this tool and I will add the tool to the first position. The tool is there. Now again I want to add one more tool. So there are basically, okay, one tool is in first position and second tool is in position, tool station 2. Now after mounting this we have to check the trajectory of the work. Okay, there is a problem in the code. So I will go to the edit, then I will edit it to I will check the trajectory. Trajectory is showing fine, no problem in that. But if the trajectory of the tool is not on the workpiece, then you have to offset it. Okay, I will tell you the process of offset. What you have to do, first you have to go to the MDI mode. In MDI mode you have to type G54 M03 for spindle rotation, D0101 and spindle rotation 1000 I will set. Now insert it. Okay, before that you have to put in the reference position. So put the machine in the reference position, X reference, now Z reference. Okay, again I will go to the MDI mode. I will insert this code, and the code is there. After that I will now the cycle, the spindle start, and code is changed from second tool to first tool. Now I will move the machine. Now here what you have to do, for offsetting, better you go to the 2D. It will be easy to offset the tool on the workpiece. Okay. So for that you have to go to the jog mode. You have to bring the tool on the workpiece face and outer surface. So I will move the tool to the rapid position. Actually, when you press this button, the tool will travel with the rapid speed, the maximum possible speed. So I will move in X direction now. When the tool reaches to its nearest, then we have to go to the incremental mode. Before that, we have to zoom this, then we can get the idea. Okay, change this speed. Okay, now it is fine. First, what I have to do, I have to touch the face of the workpiece to make Z00. Okay, now I will move the tool in that direction. When the tool reaches to the near surface, you have to reduce the speed. Increase little bit more. And move in X-axis towards the workpiece. When the tool touches the workpiece, the chip will start coming from the workpiece. And move in Z-axis also. Okay, now tool is touch. Now I will move in X-axis with little bit more speed. So I have to cut up to the axis. Now after that I have to go to the offset. Now on the offset I have to press this key. Then after I have to select the geometry. In the geometry I have to move my cursor to the Z axis. Now here I have to tell it is Z 0.0. Now measure it. Okay. After that you have to offset in the x-axis. Okay, so for that you have to move the tool away. Now bring the tool out. Now I have to touch the workpiece on the surface. Now move in z axis. We'll reduce the speed little bit. Okay, now it is touching. Okay, so this point I can consider as a x reference position. So I will move the cursor from here to here to the x-axis. Now it is reached to x-axis. Now I have to tell the diameter is 25 mm to the machine, 25.0. So machine can understand the size of the workpiece. Now measure it. Okay. Now again the referencing is set to the according to our program reference position. Now I will put the workpiece to the reference, tool to the reference position. Now tool came to the reference position. Now before running the program, I have to reset the machine. Okay. Now reset it. Now you see due to the offset, all the trajectory of the tool or the tool path of the tool is basically on the workpiece. So your program is now set to run the program. For running the program, you have to go to the auto mode or memory mode. Now you go to the program to see the program which. So first I will run one block at each time. Okay. Now I will press the program is active now. Now second block is running. The machine understand what the parameter is set. Now tool 1 is activated. Now spindle is rotating at 1000 rpm. Now the tool will move to the nearest position where X25 and Z1. Okay, it will move to here. Now after that, the first cut will start. Okay, this is the first cut. Now after first cut, now the tool will go little bit X23 and again the cut will start. Now again I will press the cycle button, second block will run. Second cut start. Now again I will press it, the other cut starts. Remember that the diameter is reducing by 1 mm but the depth of cut is 0.5 mm. Okay, because the diameter is reduced from both of the side. Okay, so we have to reduce from one side, then all the diameter reduced by 1 mm. So depth of cut is 0.5. Now again I will run the second cycle. The tool is going to the reference position of the machine. Now second, the spindle rotation spindle rotation will stop. Okay, and the program is end. Okay, now if again you want to run this program, what you have to do, you have to go to the workpiece, change the stock size, make it everything and make it okay. The workpiece is changed. I will rotate the machine, then you can see. Okay. Now I will remove the single block button. Now I will run whole program in one cycle so that you can listen the sound also. Okay, now I have to close the door. Now see the program is end now. So thank you very much. Now our second exercise for straight turning is finished.